If you want to build for the government, you have to play by the rules. Republic Act 9184 is the law that controls how the government spends its money on everything from pencils to billion-peso bridges. Signed in 2003, Article 1, Section 2 tells us why it exists. To modernize, standardize, and regulate every single purchase made by the government. It's the rulebook that ensures your taxes aren't wasted. Under Article 1, Section 3, there are 5 principles that every engineer and official must follow. First, transparency. It must be no secrets. Everything is posted online. Second, competitiveness. Anyone qualified can join the race. Third one, rulebook. All agencies use the same process. Fourth, accountability. If you mess up, you're liable. Lastly, public eyes. Outside observers watch every meeting to keep things honest. You can't just go out and buy something. Article 2, Section 7 and IRR Rule 2 says, no procurement shall be undertaken unless it is in the approved Annual Procurement Plan app. If it's not in the plan, it's not in the budget. This keeps the government from spending on things it doesn't need. Now, let's look at Article 3. This is where the law goes digital. Section 8 introduces the GEP-S, which we now call PhilGEP-S. It's the single portal for all government procurement information. The law requires agencies to use this for common supplies to get volume discounts. Then, Section 9 ensures security and integrity. It mandates an audit trail for every online transaction, so the Commission on Audit (COA) can verify everything at any time. It's like a digital paper trail that can't be erased. In government projects, the most important group of people you will meet isn't the contractor or the engineers on site. It's the back. Under Article V of RA 9184, every government agency must have a bids and awards committee. They are the gatekeepers of public funds. Today, we're breaking down exactly how they are formed and what they do. Let's look at Section 11, the BAC and its composition. First, the number. A BAC must have at least 5, but no more than 7 members. They are chosen by the HOPE head of the procuring entity. But here is a major rule you need to remember. The HOPE cannot be a member of the BAC. Why? Because the person who approves the contract should not be the same person who chooses the winner. It's a check and balance system to prevent corruption. Still in Section 11, the law says BAC members have a fixed term of 1 year. This is important. It means they aren't there forever, but they also can't be removed easily without a good reason. If a member leaves early, maybe they retire or get reassigned, their replacement only finishes the remaining months of that 1-year term. Section 12 outlines the functions of the BAC. They don't just sit in meetings. They run the entire show. 1. Advertise. They post the invitation to bid on PhilGEP-S. 2. Conduct conferences. They lead the pre-procurement and pre-bid meetings. 3. Determine eligibility. They decide if a contractor is legally and technically fit. 4. Evaluate bids. They open the envelopes and rank the prices. 5. Post-qualification. They verify if the bidder's documents are real. 6. Recommend. Finally, they write a report to the HOPE, recommending who should get the contract. Now, BAC members are often lawyers or accountants. They might not know how to check if a bridge design is safe. That's why Section 12 allows them to create a technical working group, TWG. The TWG is made of experts like us, civil engineers. We are the ones who dig into the fine print of the technical proposals. We report to the BAC, and the BAC reports to the HOPE. As an engineer, this is where you will likely contribute to the procurement process. The BAC is also responsible for transparency. They must prepare a procurement monitoring report every 6 months. This report tells the GPPB Government Procurement Policy Board exactly what was bought, how much was spent, and if the rules were followed. If a contractor cheats, the BAC also has the power to recommend sanctions or blacklisting. Once the BAC is ready, they prepare the bidding documents. Under Article 6, Section 17, these documents are the Bible for the project. They must include, first, the ABC or approved budget for the contract. Second, the technical specifications and plans. This is where our engineering designs live. Third, the bill of quantities, the delivery schedule, ND, the deadline for submission. And very importantly, the bid security and performance. Security, which are like down payments to prove you are a serious bidder. If you miss even one item from this Section 17 checklist, your bid can be disqualified immediately. It's not just about having the best design. It's about having the complete papers. Now, we enter Article 7. Before the public ever sees a project, Section 20 requires a pre-procurement conference. Think of this as a final huddle, where the BAC, the engineers, and the budget officers confirm one thing. Are we actually ready to bid this out? They check if the money is certified and if the technical plans are perfect. Once they say go, we move to Section 21, Advertising. To keep things transparent, the invitation must be posted on Phil GPs and in newspapers. It's a formal help wanted sign for contractors. That includes the ABC, the contract duration, and the source of funds. But here is the most important date for any bidder. Section 22, the pre-bid conference. This is where the BAC meets the potential bidders. If you're a contractor and you're confused about a technical spec or a deadline, this is your one chance to ask. Under the law, this meeting happens well before the submission deadline, so everyone has a fair shot at preparing a winning bid. Now we reach the judgment day of procurement. Article 8, Section 23 and 24 deal with eligibility. Before the BAC even looks at your price, they check if you are legally, technically, and financially capable. For infrastructure, they look at your PCAB license and your past projects. For consulting, they might even shortlist you based on a numerical rating of your experience. Then comes the most famous rule in the law. Section 25, the two-envelope system. You must submit to separate sealed envelopes at the same time. First, the envelope 1, your technical component, your plan and permits. Second, the envelope 2, your financial component, your price. If you are even 1 minute late, Section 25 is heartless. Bids submitted after the deadline shall not be accepted. But submitting your papers isn't enough. Under Section 27, every bid must have a bid security. Think of this as a guaranteed bond. It's there to make sure that if you win, you actually sign the contract. If you win and then walk away, the government keeps that money as a penalty. Then there's Section 28, bid validity. Your price and your promise aren't forever. The bidding documents specify a validity period, usually 120 days. This gives the BAC enough time to evaluate everyone without the prices changing. Finally, we reach Section 29, bid opening. This is a public event. The BAC opens the envelopes in front of everyone. They even record the minutes of the meeting, which anyone can request to see for a fee. This is transparency in action. No secret openings behind closed doors. Under Article 9, the BAC performs a pass-fail preliminary examination to ensure all technical documents are present and that bid prices do not exceed the approved budget for the contract ABC. In Article 10, the lowest bidder undergoes post-qualification, a rigorous stress test where their licenses, equipment, and past performance are verified to determine if they are truly a lowest calculated responsive bid. LCRB. Finally, Article 11 mandates that the winning bidder must provide a performance security before signing the contract, after which the government issues the notice to proceed to officially begin the project. While the law allows for domestic preference, provincial matching privileges, and specific alternative methods like negotiated procurement under extraordinary circumstances, all activities including the lease of equipment must strictly follow standardized bidding and disclosure rules to prevent favoritism, to ensure long-term quality and fairness. Bid prices remain fixed and protected by mandatory warranties, while any disputes or back decisions must be settled through formal protest mechanisms or domestic arbitration. Finally, the GPPB oversees the entire system to protect national interests, supported by a penal clause that imposes 6 to 15 years of imprisonment and administrative debarment for those who compromise the integrity of public funds. That concludes our deep dive into the Government Procurement Reform Act. By understanding these rules, we ensure that every engineering project we manage is built on a foundation of integrity and legal compliance. I'm Engineer Sam. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more civil engineering lectures. See you in the next one.